it's Prabhitha. Today we are going to learn about one of the NLP text processing technique called bag of words. So before we dive deep into it, let's understand few things first. So what is bag of words? Bag of words is nothing but a technique which is used to convert text into vectors or numbers. So why do we need to do that? Why do we need to convert the text into numbers? To answer that, let's take any real world AI ML applications like Netflix movie recommendation or Amazon product recommendation, or even you could take ChatGPT. So if you take any such application, there is a ML model at the heart of it. And this ML model will only accept numbers as input. It will not accept text or images. So somehow we need a technique to convert that text into numbers. So one such technique is called bag of words, and bag of words is the simplest and easiest technique. So what we are going to do in this video is we are going to take a real world toy example, and I'm going to explain you step by step how to implement bag of words. And for that purpose, I'm going to use Amazon review dataset in this video. Everyone must be aware of Amazon, right? So at some point in your life, you would have placed some orders through Amazon. So whenever you're trying to purchase some product from Amazon and you want to know like whether the particular product is good or not, how do you know it? So one way to identify it is through the customer reviews. So let's assume that the customer star rating system doesn't exist, and only if you want to provide some reviews, the only way to do that is by writing about the product. So in that case, if you want to identify like whether a particular product is good or not, it will be difficult, right? So because every product may have like hundreds, thousands, maybe 10,000s of reviews, and going through each and every review before coming to a conclusion whether a particular product is good or not, it is a very, very tedious and difficult task. So in such cases, we have one option to do it. So we can train a machine learning model to do that. So what we can do is we can take all these reviews and give it to a machine learning model, and we can ask the machine learning model to predict whether a particular product is good or not. So, but like I said before, machine learning model doesn't accept text as input. It only accepts numbers, that is vectors as input. So that's what we are going to do here. So here I have taken a toy example. You can see I have taken just two reviews and two simple reviews again. So if you look at the first one, it says best camera phone in the market, and the second review is best camera and best quality phone. So we already discussed about bag of words, right? So just a text to number conversion. But how do we do that? How do we convert a text into number? So uh, if I want to say it in a single line, it will be what bag of words does is it just counts the occurrence of every element in the review. That's it. It just counts the occurrence of it. That's all. So as a first step, what we will do is before going into that, let me tell you about few NLP terminologies. So if you look at here in layman's term, what we will call this as a review, but in NLP, we don't call it as review. Instead, we call it as a document or a data point. So every review will be called as a document or a data point. And the collection of reviews or a data point will be called as a corpus. So if you say a corpus of data, that means it has all your reviews. That is, your entire data will be called as a corpus in NLP terminology. Okay, so first thing what we are going to do is we are going to create the corpus. So that's nothing but we are just going to compile your entire data. So you can see here it has like best camera phone in the market, best camera and best quality phone. And the next step is, okay, again, the next step is will again be divided into three steps. So first step is tokenization. Tokenization is nothing but splitting the words, splitting every word in a sentence. That's all. That's tokenization. We are just tokenizing it. So if you look at here, best camera phone in the world, I'm going to tokenize it as best camera phone in the market. So something like that. So that's called tokenization. So the next step will be to convert everything which is in the uppercase to lowercase, because you know, right, Python is case sensitive. If you have some words in uppercase and some in lowercase, Python will think both are different words. So we don't want to confuse Python. So that's the reason we are going to convert everything into lowercase. And the third step will be to take only the unique words. If you look at the corpus, the word best occurs 3 times, right? The word camera occurs 2 times. The word phone occurs 2 times. So we don't want to repeat the same words again and again. So what we are going to do, we are going to take only the unique words from the corpus. So basically, we are doing 3 things. First thing is we are going to tokenize it, convert everything to lowercase or uppercase. It's up to you. Either it should all be in lowercase or in uppercase. Then we are going to take only the unique words from the corpus. So the next here, what I was showing here is just the distribution of data. So if you look at here, in the corpus, the word best occurred 3 times, the word phone and camera occurred 2 times, and the rest of the words are occurring 1 time. So this just shows the distribution of our data. That's all. Now let's see how it is actually bag of words is working. So, in the last step, we have seen, right? So, from the corpus, we have taken only the unique elements. So, what we are going to do is we are going to create a vector with a dimension of 8 here, because we have only 8 unique words in our corpus. So if you look at our corpus has like 12 words. If you just count everything in these two reviews, it has a total of 12 words. But we are going to take only the unique words from it. So we have like 8 unique words. So we are going to create a vector with all the unique words from the corpus. Then what we are going to do is we are going to take each and every review and we are going to convert it into a vector. Now let's take the first review. What it says, like best camera phone in the market. So now what we are going to see is, okay, whether the word and occurs in my first review. No, so I'm going to put 0 here. Whether the word best occurs, yes, so 1. Camera, whether it is present there, yes, 1. In market phone, all 3 words are there. So I'm going to put 1 here. Whether the word quality is present there, no. So I'm going to put 0 here. Again, the word these here. So this is how you convert the word into vector. So now let's take the second review again. So if you look at the second review, the word best occurs 2 times. So we are going to put 2 here. So bag of words, what we are doing? We are just counting the occurrence of every element. That's it. So that's all about bag of words. That's all about the theoretical part. Now let's look at the implementation of it. The implementation is very simple. It's just 3 to 4 lines of code with the help of Scikit-learn. So here in the first line, what we are doing is we are importing a class called CountVectorizer from the Scikit-learn library. And then here we have the corpus of our data, that is our input data. And then what we are doing is we are creating an object called vectorizer from this class, and then we are calling a method called fit transform and passing our entire corpus of data as a parameter to this particular method. So this particular method called fit transform is what converting our text into vector. And finally, here what we are doing is just to show you the data in a very visual way. What I'm doing is I'm just converting the vector into a numpy array so that I can convert it into a data frame. So again, here it's nothing but the column names. So column names is nothing but the unique elements from our corpus. Yeah, that's all about bag of words. And again, if you look at bag of words, it has, by looking at the data, you can say it has like one main disadvantage. The main disadvantage is here, if you look at, we have only 2 reviews. Even with 2 reviews, most of the data are empty. That is, it will either be 0. So when the number of data increases, because in real world we will have like tens and thousands and even millions of data. So as the data increases, the output will become very sparse. So that is one of the main disadvantage of bag of words. And again, we have like many other advanced techniques which will overcome these disadvantages. And yeah, that's all about bag of words. So if you have any questions about the code or the concept, please comment. I'll try my best to answer it. Thank you.